I got a new trick for you, and it works with your phone or with your camera, and it's how you can turn any lens into a macro lens, and it costs $0. Coming up. Hey guys, my name is Ajjoub and welcome back to another episode. A few days ago I learned a new trick of how you can turn any lens that you have into a macro lens, and I couldn't wait but to try that trick because I couldn't even believe it, and I did, and it worked, and now I can't wait but to share it with you. I did a lot of research about it, and yes, you can do it with your phone and your DSLR. Let's start with the DSLR. If you have any type of DSLR, it will work with you. And I discovered that the wider the lens, the more macro it is. I started the experiment with the 50mm. I wanted to shoot my iris, but it worked, don't get me wrong, it worked, and it worked really well, but I wanted to get even more closer. So here's how it works. Any lens that you have at your disposal will work perfectly, but just keep in mind that the wider the lens, the more macro or the more close-up that you'll get. So every lens out there captures the light and transfer it into this small sensor which is inside the camera. And here's the trick: if we flip the lens, now it's a magnifier, meaning we change our existing lens into a macro lens. And that's why the wider the lens, the more magnifying it will be in reverse. So if you only have the kit lens, then try to put it the widest possible. You need to hold the lens and seal it really tight on the lens mount because you don't want any light leak from there. You can get a mount that you can put it on the lens where the ND filter goes and seal it really tight, but in this video we're trying to keep it $0. So you need to either hold the lens really tight or put the camera upside down and keep the lens still. And another thing that I noticed with my lenses, that the STM lenses that I have, you can't change the focus from the ring because it's not connected to the camera. But with my non-STM lens, which is my kit lens, I was able to move focus and get it right. You need to get as much light as possible. I was getting a lot of natural light from the window, plus I turned on the flash of the camera so the photos can turn out really well lit. And here's my results after a couple of tries. I used my 10 to 18mm. It is an STM lens, and I found a challenge finding the focus point, but I got it after a few tries. So let's move to your phone. If you want to get macro shots with your phone, yes you can. And here's how. You need to get your phone, put it on a flat and steady surface. You need to put one water drop right on top of your phone lens. And by the way, if your phone is not water resistant, I don't recommend you put it right on top of it. You can put your phone inside of a plastic bag and then put the water drop on top of the plastic bag. And remember, we need one bubbly drop so it'll work good. And then start shooting. There's a trick to it as well. The focus point is very narrow. So what I did, I put the phone on video mode and I started recording, and I moved the subject closer and closer, steady and slowly, and then I captured the exact focus point from the video itself. And that's been it for today's episode. I hope you learned something new. If you did, give it a sub, and don't forget that life is all about love and dance. See you.